New home construction isn't always easy and as painless as they make it out to be. And that's why in this video, I'm going to show you the costly pitfalls that many homeowners fall into and how you can actually avoid them. So if you're thinking about building or buying a new home, this is the video for you. So here are the 7 home construction mistakes in descending order. Number 7, not understanding the builders. Now, builders are in business, and when you're buying and building a new home, just don't assume that that builder has your best interest at heart. Their main priority is profit, and many of their decisions are not always in your favor. For example, many base packages, they use lower quality materials in construction. And over time, you can end up with flooring that looks good when you buy it, but it wears out quickly, or materials that just don't hold up over time. And that's why you always need to ask for a detailed material list. Inspect those samples in person to ensure that those materials are the exact same quality as what you're paying for. And after selling thousands and thousands of homes, my team has seen where some builders have used the old bait and switch technique. Also, you really need to be aware of that sometimes that special deal from the builder's lender isn't always such a great deal after all. I mean, builders will often push buyers into using their in-house lenders that are offering enticing incentives up front, like discounts or credits. But these deals could mask the higher nickel and dime costs that really add up, and they end up costing you more in the long run. Number 6 is not negotiating for upgrades and incentives. Now, builders may act like they aren't flexible at all, but knowing which ones are and which ones are not is super important. Otherwise, you could be leaving the value on the table. And builders typically are more open to negotiations when they need to meet the end of quarter or the end of year sales goals. So if you're buying during those periods, it's the ideal time to push for better terms. But if you don't focus on getting a price reduction, I highly recommend then negotiating for premium upgrades that could otherwise cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. Because for some builders, these costs are less compared to reducing the home's sale price. And as the homeowner, better materials are going to enhance your home's look and the value over time. Also, items like appliances, upgrades to flooring, upgrades to countertops can often be thrown in at discount rates or even for free if you knew which home builders and which specific communities offer the best deals. So don't just focus on cosmetic upgrades. Prioritize high value items that are energy efficient, like appliances or improved cabinetries. These things last long, right? And not only enhance your home's functionality, but will also increase its resale value. It's all about the timing and knowing when to push for a better deal. Now, the same builder in different communities will have different options. And also, the salesperson who works for that builder, who sits in the builder's model, they're not all the same. You may not end up getting the same deal if you don't have a regular relationship with them who brings them multiple deals per year. Just realize, if you're buying one home, you might not get the same deal. Number 5, cutting corners on inspections. Now, many homeowners assume that since that house is brand new, everything should be perfect. That's not the case always. And I've explained many times in videos here on this channel that there isn't the case when you're buying a new home. You're gonna see a lot of things. Even the most experienced builders, they can make errors, now, especially if the builders are pushing the construction process. Problems like improper wiring or plumbing issues or foundation cracks or drainage issues, these can all go unnoticed and have a significant and expensive repairs later on. So even if you're buying a new house, I highly recommend going through a professional inspection with a third party throughout the construction process, not just one time. Now remember, this isn't just for that final walkthrough, right? You want to make sure that the inspection happens at all the key stages of the construction process. So if you start with the pre-drywall inspection, where the inspector can actually check where the plumbing's going and the electrical wiring and the framing before the walls are all sealed up. Then you can follow up with a post-drywall inspection and spot any issues before adding the finishing touches. And then finally conduct a thorough review by the inspector during the final walkthrough. You really want to ensure that everything meets code and all the builder's promises. Also, hire an independent inspector who works for you, not the builder. The builder's inspector, they're going to ensure that the home meets their minimum standards, not necessarily going to protect your interests. So when you hire an inspector, there is a layer of accountability, and it's to you. Just remember, the people in the model home, those are the people who are working on your house. They don't necessarily work for you. They're working for the builder in the builder's best interest. Number 4, ignoring timeless features on the exterior of your home. Now, your home's exterior is the first thing that people will notice, and it plays a huge role in maintaining the long-term curb appeal. So a common mistake is leaning too heavily into what's trending right now, like black and white exteriors. Now, they were once popular, and we've seen a shift in these colors. In some cases, they're on their way out. So instead, consider using muted tones or earthy neutrals that age gracefully and appeal to a wider range of buyers. Now look, you might not be willing to sell right away, but these colors will provide more flexibility for future updates and blend well with most architectural styles. And window colors also make significant difference because white windows are a safer option here, and they're versatile and blend seamlessly with almost any exterior design. But ultimately, you want to future-proof your home so that you'll get the most value of it over its lifetime. Also, avoid materials that are hard to maintain. Number 3, choosing overused interior trends. Avoid getting drawn into the trendy designs when designing a new construction home, because in a few years, your house would look dated way earlier than you might expect. Now, a good example of this is the black finish and stark white and gray walls. And we're seeing that some of these have already started to fade away. And as a homeowner, you want to ensure that your home maintains its value in the long run. And this means focusing on design elements that have stood the test of time. So opt for neutral color palettes, classic finishes that appeal to a broader range of tastes. They'll stay in style longer. And homes that are too personalized with a specific trend also are challenging to sell down the road and negatively impact resale value. Now again, you might not be thinking about that right now, but future. Number 2, overlooking the functionality of the open concept design. Now, open concept living is extremely popular because it creates a bright, spacious feel to the home, and it makes it ideal for families with kids. However, this design can be a significant drawback for buyers who prefer privacy. So when it comes time to sell, you might be missing out on some buyers who have overlooked this need for private spaces. And a good approach is striking the balance between both of these. Even an open floor plan, consider defining areas and add functionality and privacy. And if you're working with limited space, consider designing multi-purpose rooms. For example, a home with an office can be a small sitting area, and it's also about making a flexible space and a functional space for different needs. Look, ultimately, you don't have to close off your open concept design to achieve this balance. It's just simple adjustments like adding sliding doors or furniture to define those spaces. It can greatly impact the difference in your home and the way it feels. And future buyers appreciate these homes that have the open feel yet offer spaces to get away and retreat. The open concept living can be a great selling point if you're going for resale, and it can make your home stand out if it fits into what the buyer needs today. Number 1, not planning for that resale value. Now again, I know you're not doing that yet because you're buying a new home, but think about this. Even if you're building what you think will be your forever home, trust me, it's better approach with a future mindset because life changes, and a well thought out home design can ensure your property retains its value for you as you age. When building a house, factor in the surrounding area. Factors like good school districts may not be important later in life. However, proximity to amenities, restaurants, doctors, that may be a necessity. And even the most stunning home can be a struggle to live in as we age. That is, if it's inconvenient in location or in a declining neighborhood. Finally, future-proof your home. And again, these are features like walk-in showers, raised toilets, grab bars in proper places, and smart technology. In small investments today, they can pay off huge in trends later on in life. Did you find any of this helpful? Let me know. Let me know what you think. Put it in the comments below. My team has helped thousands and thousands of people buy new homes, and I truly want to be sure that you're seeing all of your best options and that you're making your best decision that you possibly could. So if you're buying here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina area, I would be honored to work for you and show you everything you need to know. And if you're looking anywhere else in the nation, we can hook you up with the best local expert in your area. Just give us a call at 843-839-9870. This is what my team does every day, and they're good at it. Have you subscribed yet? If you did, guess what? I'll see you in the next video. I truly appreciate you. I thank you, and take care, guys.